So this is Momma Hill and AC. We are starting to do the best pasta sauce known to man. Well, I bet my mom would beg to differ. She grew up with the best stuff. So, to the comment from 9 Lives, Mom has got her second wind. And because of the snow, the white out.
And I stayed home from work today.
Yes, she did. She stayed home from work. She was able to get her second win. And she took it to heart and she cleaned. And I bet she feels better that it's clean now too, huh?
I do. I feel a lot better.
Yeah. So if you could just tell 9 Lives what your 2 autoimmune disorders are, and if you could just explain a little bit.
Okay, so I have rheumatoid arthritis and I have lupus, and they're autoimmune diseases, and it's inflammation of your bones and joints, and along with that comes a lot of fatigue, so I'm tired all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes things don't get clean.
Yeah. You know, if I could afford a housekeeper, I would.
Like I said, if we had Chantal's money, we'd be sitting pretty.
Okay, so what I'm doing is right now, you can use, it's probably better and tastier if you use olive oil, but I don't have any. I just put it in the pan so the sauce doesn't stick. So.
And you did wash your hands.
Yes. And now I'm getting, while that heats up, and if I have garlic, I would saute it in the oil, but I don't have garlic today. So
you know, the prices are just skyrocketing. Everything is so expensive.
And I'm getting, where is my grated cheese? Okay, so I really feel that making homemade sauce is just as easy as opening a jar of spaghetti sauce from the grocery store.
Now, if you notice my mother's breathing, that's also the autoimmune.
Oh, here's my cheese. Okay, so now the oil, and like I said, I just use vegetable oil. Now I'm going to pour the can of, I use Hunt's tomato sauce.
So tell me, Ma, does the autoimmune depress you?
Oh yeah, it does, because I'm just so tired all the time, and it's not a tired like when people say, "Oh, I'm tired." It's worse. You're in a fog, and I wake up after 8 hours, 9 hours sleep, and I'm still tired. So okay.
And usually the cat does sit on your face around 4:30
to wake me up to eat.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm gonna put salt and pepper. I don't measure anything. I just, you know. So here's my salt and pepper. Here's my oregano. Shake that in.
So tell some history about what you grew up with, what kind of sauce and goodies you grew up with.
Well,
explain how you're a second generation American, and you know, where your little history of your family a little bit, because so a nice commenter asked where we were from.
Okay. I didn't tell them that I put in the oregano, parsley, and grated cheese.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stir that up. Let that heat a little bit. And in a few minutes, I'm going to put my can of tomato paste in there to thicken the sauce.
Where's the tomato paste?
Yeah.
So we have
I buy Cento tomato paste.
And we are also from the United States, so I'm sorry if you're like from Australia or Canada or something. I don't know if we have the same, but just as good. So,
okay.
Tell of our family history a little bit, and how like your parents and grandparents used like real stuff.
Well, they used real tomatoes because of Italians, and a lot of people still do have gardens, and they use actual tomatoes from their gardens. I don't know.
Are plum tomatoes the best?
That's what they say, plum tomatoes. I think I might have made that homemade tomato sauce with the real tomatoes once in my life, but I just didn't.
How was it?
It was okay, but I just don't have the patience to get the seeds out and things like that. So
maybe one day.
One day, yeah. I'm gonna put my tomato paste in.
Okay.
And
how long does it usually take?
It takes like not even 2 hours. People say, oh, you have to cook it on the stove all day, but you don't have to. You don't have to. Stir that in.
So,
and that's about it. Just let it sit. And then if you want to add water to it, if it gets too thick, you can do that. Just keep stirring it, and it's on the stove, and that's it. It's so easy to make homemade tomato sauce.
Thank you.
It really is. Okay?
Thank you.
You're
So,
welcome.
Mom wasn't interested today in talking about her childhood and how it wasn't that easy and how it could have definitely caused the depression as well. And I mean, my mom was, unfortunately, when her father passed away, you know, she had to go. Her mother had to go to multiple jobs, and what was it called? Latchkey?
Waterbury Lock. Oh, Latchkey Kids, yeah, where we went home with the key and let ourselves in, yeah.
Yeah, and how trying was that?
It was a little scary. You have to grow up fast. I mean, I was 8 years old when my father died, so it wasn't easy.
Yeah, and plus, the story is, and tell me if I'm wrong, he was working in the garden and
he couldn't breathe. Yeah, so they called the ambulance, which wasn't, they didn't have EMS back then. That was in the 60s. The police cars were green station wagons, and they put him in the stretcher and they brought him to the hospital, and he passed away 2 weeks later. But he had rheumatic fever as a child, and that was in the early 1920s, and I don't think he
looks good.
Got the proper medication, so I think that had scar tissue for him, and that's what made him not survive. And that's it.
And
okay.
There you have it. More to come. My mom promised she would. She's self-conscious, poor thing. Self-conscious. But she promised one day. So stay tuned. I will give you an update when it is done. It's great. It's excellent. Have a good one. Bye.